Welcome, I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Desmonds
Donders.
Welcome to this week's Wednesday Waffle. Kind of a special one for me this week. I'm going to do the usual. I'm going to tell you where we've been, what we're going to show you, where we might be going, and so on and so forth. But then, before the drone flight, the waffle will be a little different. I won't be moaning, I won't be whining. I'll just be telling you something that happened. So I hope you enjoy that. Although circumstances are not really for enjoyment. You'll see what I mean. So, videos. We'll do videos first. Friday. We've got a flying visit to a distillery. Unfortunately, that means we're in the air as we go past it. However, it is an interesting thing. Monday, Craig Holkey, the Still viewpoint. Yeah, we're still in the Tom and Towel area in Glenlivet, and we moved on just up the road again to Craig Holkey. There is no Wednesday Waffle next week because it's a Vanners collab, and I'll have a Vanners collab at 6 o'clock on the Wednesday. And then we're going to do a site review. Yeah, Desmond was on a site voluntarily, and we're going to do a review of it. That's on Friday after the Vanners collab, so that's a week on Friday. And it's don't get too excited, it's the Tom and Towel Bowling Club site. It's actually a very nice little spot. 8 vans, etc. Watch the video, it's all on there. Anyway, that's the upcoming videos. The Vanners collab, by the way, the subject is scenic spots. So, scenic Scotland it is. Or rather, scenic as we see it. And some ideas, places we've been, but might give you some ideas of places to go visit. Okay, last weekend, where were we? It was a funny weekend for picking a spot, but ended up at Ox Hill, which is just along the road, and some may think hardly worth going. No, it's always worth going and getting out in nature. So, we visited Ox Hill, and we had a reasonable time. I was there from the Thursday, watching the birds, etc. Lindsay arrived Saturday evening, and I think she walked half of Moray once she got there. The videos for that are still being worked on, and they'll come up in the future. So, a bit of waffle. I'm going to tell you a tale of something that happened to me back in the 1991, I believe it was. It might have been a couple of years earlier. But anyway, the videos, the information on that is coming up. Autumn must be coming, there's leaves falling. The following drone footage is drone footage. Thanks for watching. Please watch the upcoming video. Hello. I want to tell you a story. It's a tale of a fisherman. It's from the 80s, when I was fishing regularly for Command and Group and even the Air Force. And we were down at Rutland Water for an event, or 2 events coming up, one of which was the RAF Banking Championships. It's a team event as well as an individual event. And we were out fishing, practice day on the bank. You're allocated a rough spot, and on busy days, because remember there's other people fishing, you're pretty much stuck where you are. You can't move about as much as you would like, because the purpose of this is to spot where the fish are for the next day. The next day, unfortunately, you're in the boat. But that's how it works. Anyway, I got to my allocated spot on the bank, area on the bank, and I found to one side of me there was another Air Force lad. He was 11 group, I believe, comes to mind. I was 18, so he was the enemy. No, he was out doing what I was doing. He was the spotter, and to my left was a bloke all kitted out for fishing, and looking at us two, a little bit worried, and so I started to fish. And as it is at Rockland, you're catching fish, and where I'd been allocated we knew was where the stockies were, and my job for the day was to make sure that that's where they were, and if we needed to we could go down to Stocky Corner and haul out some stockies to get some weight for the weigh-in. It was during this time that I noticed the guy from the Air Force had drifted off a little bit, so I had a couple of fish, and I decided to stop and have a drink. The drink of choice back then was coffee. Anyway, I noticed the other guy was on my left was having a little break as well, so I went over to chat and we got talking. We got talking about fishing, about the flies we were using, and then we went back to actually fishing. And this went on all day, and I had a feeling that I knew this fisherman, but he was good fun, great to chat to. We weren't talking about anything in particular, fishing. I swapped a fly with him that was working for me, and the other way about, and we chatted most of the day. Then it was time for him to go. I still had to fish out the rest of the day to get the full intel on Stocky Corner. But off he went, said goodbye, cheerio. Made a friend, I thought. So I finished the day, packed up, did 2 more days fishing, one on the boat, one on the bank. Won a trophy with another guy, 18 group, as was my want back then, and came home. Not much of a tale, is it? The real tale comes along a few days later, when my little boy, not very old, sat watching Jack and Ori, and suddenly there's me going, that's the fisherman, that's the guy I was fishing with. I'd spent all day fishing with Bernard Cribbins. Now I knew him, but I didn't, if you see what I mean. And I think that we got on so well because I didn't mention, you're Bernard Cribbins. We just chatted about fishing. We both, I think, I like to think both, I had a great day's fishing, and I hope he did. And rest in peace, Bernard. Thank you for watching Desmonds Donders. And remember, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, and hopefully we'll see you next time.